has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Substitutions, Indiana.
Irving to Rozier. Hayward. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Block shot.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Evans. Add 2 points to the board.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
It's Indiana basketball.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Rises for the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Irving to Rozier. Hayward. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Marcus Morris, strong finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Whoa, what a finish.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And he finishes at the rim.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Oh, Miles Turner. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss. Rozier.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball and go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Pacers with the possession. Off the assist.
The assist from number 11.
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Evans. Celtics come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
For three, you know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for three. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
To Irving. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Pacers control. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Rozier with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Celtics have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Irving to Marcus Morris. Rozier. Not that time. He was hacked. They let it go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Collison. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. To Rozier. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Indiana with the basketball. Collison. To Evans. Sizing up the defense. Collison. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Rozier missed it. Into the front court comes Collison. Down a bundle. To Evans. Oh, he got a piece of it. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. To Rozier. Nothing going here on that drive. Got it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
It's Indiana basketball. Rejected by Tatum. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. To Horford. That's out. Last touch by Tyreke Evans. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions tested.
Irving. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
To Collison. Darren Collison. Now 3 for 9.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Tatum buries it on the catch and shoot.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
4-3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Curling inside. It's Boston with the rebound. To Irving. Count the basket at the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Kyrie with the rock. To Jaylen Brown. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Cruises inside for two.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Hayward not getting the bounce. To Jaylen Brown. Hayward. On the Pacers come away with the steal. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Horford to Irving. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Hayward on the pass. Stolen by Indiana. To Oladipo. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own, the 3rd overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Has a chance? Yes, Victor Oladipo. 4 out of 7.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. He was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Horford to Irving. Fires the 3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Knocked loose. Boston with the basketball. Has a look. Off the mark. Well contested. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follows. Stays out. Thaddeus Young. 3 for 6 now.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Collison into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Turner, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game. Come on here, come on.
To Young. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Irving to Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He's now 4 for 6.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Oladipo. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
And scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
And scores. Strong take.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Yeah, and Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Shot won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Rebound belongs to Indiana. Pacers with the possession. To Young. Short jumper stays out.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Gets to the basket and scores.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. It remains Pacers basketball. Oladipo, the drive, right to the basket. Oh, nice find for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Hayward. Tatum. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Horford. To Hayward. Doesn't get the bounce.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Young. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, Gordon Hayward, tough make there. Can't really fault the defender.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they to be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Oladipo. Trying to cash in. Oladipo's shot no good. Driving right to the basket. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Hayward. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. Time to shuffle things up. Irving to Hayward. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Hayward. To Irving. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Hayward to Irving. And it's rebounded by Bogdanovic.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Collison to Young. From the painted area, won't go down. Brown into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead.
The assist, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Pacers control. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
To Young. Celtics come away with it. It goes down.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Oladipo to Turner. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Beyond the arc for three. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes. The game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Don't miss your chances.
Collison to Evans.
Substitutions, Boston.
Can't miss those. To Marcus Morris. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound. Oh! Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Finish that. Irving. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Knocked loose. lays it up and in.
When Kyrie Irving went out, we saw Terry Rozier become that guy for the Celtics, hence even getting the name Scary Terry. No doubt about it, he may be a starter eventually, and that may be a conundrum for the Celtics.
There you go. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Jaylen Brown. And count the basket inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Collison to Evans. Irving. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Collison to Evans. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Irving with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Rozier. It's Sabonis with the rebound. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man.